Hello everyone, this is Lee and I'm talking today about our challenge strategy. So our challenges are really good to have in your Facebook group or invite people to a challenge. So a challenge can be whatever, like I often, like the challenge I'm running at the moment, I'm doing a 10-day build your business challenge. So running a challenge is a really good way to actually create that value and also demonstrate your expertise within your area. Obviously, the challenge you're going to run will be directly related to your services and products that you want to gain people to buy from you along the way as well. There's no point in me doing a challenge on getting fit if I haven't got a fitness program lined up along the way as well. So I have to look at where I'm going to lead the challenge to first. So that all becomes part of the strategic planning. So once they complete the challenge, then you're going to ask yourself, what's the next? Where you're going to move them to so that they start to purchase your product. It could be a short program. It should be something, could be offline, whatever you want to move them to. What's going to be your core offer. So let's just talk a bit about the challenge, and I'm going to put some templates also underneath so you can have a bit of a look about some templates as well to help you to formulate your challenge as well. Now, when we start a challenge, quite often, if you're doing a launch or you're doing something new, quite often, if you ever watched people, you ever watched the movies, and when the movies send out a new video or a new movie, they have little teasers. They tell you it's coming soon, and you kind of know before it even arrives that it's going to come. So there's that creating that anticipation that it's going to come as well. So in your Facebook or group, you may start saying, keep an eye out, coming soon. You'll start to feed them bits and bits of information, not all the information at one time, but the idea is you want to create some sort of hype, some sort of expectation of what's coming on board. So once you start to look at your challenge, then obviously you've already sat down and looked about what your challenge is going to be about, how you can turn the invisible into visible, such as when I do my challenges, I like to use a slide like I'm doing today. It has points on it for me to easily follow and stay in sequence as to what I want to actually communicate to my group as well. So you're going to create your challenge. So when you create your challenge, then you look at how you're going to deliver your challenge. So what you can do is you can deliver your challenge. Say, for example, I'll use mine as an example, a 10-day challenge. So every day for 10 days, they get an automatic message sent to them. And in that message, there's a file for them to download to do a video and an activity sheet. Now, having activity sheets along the way make it really powerful because you're giving them time to sit down and think about it. And when people have activity sheets to complete, they feel like they've got something tangible in front of them. They feel like they've got a product. So you're going to send that off to them. You can do an autoresponder, and it will send to them. Wait day, 1 day between each email sequence, and it goes up automatically to them. The other option you can do as well is you can put them into a closed group. So I have two options. I email them, but in case they miss the email, I also put them in a closed group. So what I do is I create a closed Facebook group just for the challenge. So the people who have actually, who have approved to go onto the challenge will go into that group, closed group, and then I can then just load the videos and activity sheets into that closed group, and then they can have access to that material as well. So there's two options I can do there. I can do both because some people prefer to stay on Facebook and work in groups, and some people like emailing. So if I do both, I know that I'm meeting everyone's the way that they want to receive information. Okay, so I've worked out the way I'm going to run my challenge, how I'm going to run my challenge, how I'm going to get the information from my challenge. Now, before they get onto my challenge, they have to book in for a 15-minute chat call with me. Now, the reason why we do that is, one, we have to make sure that person takes action, because there's no point having people on your challenge if they don't take action. And if they don't reach out and want to have a quick chat with you, then they're possibly just a tire kicker and they're not going to move along the sales process for you. But in that 15-minute chat that you put in for them to commit to, You obviously you frame that up as, I want to get to know everyone who's on the challenge. I want to make sure it's a good fit for you. And I also, understand a bit more about your business or your health or whatever, so that I have a bit of an idea of who's in the group on my challenge, and how I can tailor some information so that everyone is covered in that group as well. So if they don't book in for a challenge for a 15-minute chat, don't let them into your group. So sometimes we still do, but in the past I have, and I find those people don't complete the challenge anyway, so it's a bit of a waste of time. Now, during that 15-minute conversation, you also talk to them about halfway through the challenge, I'm wanting to book you in for an hour one-on-one session for me. Now, the reason we do the one-on-one hour session, because you say to them, is because I want to discuss how you're tracking in the challenge, and I also, just want to see what's happening for you and how we can adapt the principles so it suits your business, because every business is different. Okay, but the idea of that 1 hour phone call is to actually qualify them to be a prospective client, and this is where you go to the soar to riches information, which is in the sales process. So you start looking at their situation, you start looking at the objectives, what they want to actually see, antecedents and reality and what's going on there, and also the riches. You go through that good rapport first, and then if you go through that formula, that becomes part of your 1 hour session with them on the phone. And then obviously you have to already know what, where you're going to lead them to, what's the offer you're going to ask them to commit to. Are you going to set up a 3-month mentoring program? Is it going to be a year program? Is it going to be a package? So I would really highly recommend that you package all your services and products together, or bundle your products and package your services, because at the end of the day, you want to be able to sell on value and not on price. So say, for example, I was just selling personal training sessions, just for example. If I just sold personal training sessions, they may run around and try and buy the cheapest sessions out there from different suppliers, for example. But if I package it with them, not only and I add value, and I start saying to them, not only, a part of your package will include that you will get daily check-ins, email motivations, check-in calls, once every couple of weeks check-in call. There's some information that I'm going to create a program that I'm going to give to you as a bonus, or etc. And on top of that, you're going to have a 10 package of personal training sessions or something like that. So therefore, you're showing how you add value and how you can add extra, so you're not just selling the program. Often when I look at my program, a mastermind group, as probably people take action quicker, they get bonuses and things like that as well. So it's great doing a challenge. As I said, I'll upload all the templates for you. You'll have them there. Obviously you've got to modify those to suit your business, because there's no point pointing out exactly the same data as what I've got. But it gives you a bit of a format. But you want to send your challenge everywhere. Remember your emailing list, even LinkedIn, you can invite people over there, your Facebook. When you get to networking, you can talk, networking offline. You can have a little bit of a flyer or something talking about the challenge, or you can talk to them about the challenge there and get them to jump on your Facebook straight away. Okay, so remember the lead up time for the challenge is usually about 2 to 3 weeks lead up time. So that's when you start getting the hype up. It's coming soon, all this sort of thing as well. So looking forward to your results. Again, if you're on. Hi everyone, let's go through the walkthrough. So I wanted to go through the email template that I've given you. It just shows you a bit of a series of how you can communicate the challenge. Remember, change it to suit you. So firstly, you need to create some sort of landing page or something. And this URL here, if you go to this URL that's in the email sequence, you'll see an example of one of my landing pages. That's an old challenge that I was running. I'm not running that at the moment, but it's an old one. So it just gives you a bit of an example. So remembering 2 to 3 weeks before, you want to do a teaser in your, in your Facebook group saying, coming soon, registration's opening soon, all this sort of stuff. So you want to create some sort of hype. Then this one here is just remember that we need to have our hook or something to grab their attention, and then what the program will give them. So make sure that you put in the solution to the pain point, and then a little bit about how the challenge is going to run and what it will take through. So obviously you're going to change that to suit your needs. Having an urgency is important there. So here I say there's only 20 places left. So to create that urgency, but also here I'm saying to them that you need to book in a 15-minute phone call with me, and I'm going to give them my Calendly link so they can book in that phone call. If they don't book in the phone call, then they don't go on the challenge because you want them to take action. So that's the first post. And then you do a sequence after that, and you start again. Thank them for now they've got you've got the email address, and you've had a chat to them. So now you do by email or by messenger bot will work as well if you want to stay on Facebook, and you just say thank you for registering. Again, you reinforce some of the benefits of them doing the challenge for you. So you go through that. Then you move into giving them a little bit of information about one thing that you've created in the past that could show your value. So they're waiting to get on the challenge because you want them to go on the challenge as well. So here's a bit of an add value email about, hey, I did this video or something on the Facebook, just in case you missed it. Love you to have a look at it and things like that as well. If you can, try to get everything linking together as well. So you do that, and then during the challenge, you'll send them information every day. So if there's 10 days, there's 10 emails, okay? 5 days, 5 emails. So what you're going to do is you just see got day 1, then we've got day 2, and so forth, day 3, day 10. So you create an email, give them a bit of an outline of what they're going to cover on the challenge, keep them motivated. I use chatbots as well, which really helps people in the challenge as well. So that way, so I'm going to give you that email template. Again, please change it to however you want to put forward your challenge. It's just nice to have a bit of a template as a guide, as a starting point. So our activity sheets, let's go to our activity sheet. Activity sheet's not much in there today because it's mostly about you creating the challenge, getting the hype going, getting the emails going, and getting people to know what's going on for you as well. Let me just see if I can find my activity sheet. Here it is. I'll just bring that up. So activity sheet today, obviously advanced strategy challenges. It will take you a while to set this up. So watch the video, complete the activity sheet, modify the email sequences to suit your business, start to create hype 2 to 3 weeks leading up, create your challenge landing page, drive people to the landing page, book in 15-minute chat, create a closed group, put them into a closed group, publish in the closed group your daily videos and it should be daily videos and activity sheets. I'll fix that typo up for you throughout the challenge. Halfway through the challenge, see if you book them in for an hour or a group coaching session to answer questions. And then go to Tribal Building Secrets community and post challenge complete. Good luck with that, guys. I'm looking forward to seeing your challenges. Take care. Bye.